What's up, Less Than Two Crew Squad? Welcome in, everybody. Hope you are doing well. Hope you are excited as I am for tonight's watch party. I genuinely think this might be, I'm more excited about this than I was about the banquet. I'm not going to lie to you. And the reason being, I just feel like tonight's going to tell us a lot more than the banquet ever did. I think tonight we're going to find out exactly where everything lands and exactly where we are with the show, where we are with the Traitors, where we are with the Faithfuls, and so on. I think that's all coming down right meow, right here. Well, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. And let me go ahead and say hello to the early chatters up in here as we start gearing up for the show. Katie, welcome in. Soja in the building. We got Cupcakes are nice with the prime sub. Thank you so much, Cupcakes. Welcome in for month number 44. Appreciate you. Lulu, thank you, month number 30. Appreciate it. Liv, welcome in. HKL girl, hello. Kansas with the 58 bucks. Thank you so much, Kansas. Robert 2Bs, hello. Cassicus, hello. Thank you for the prime sub. Welcome back for month number 19. Hannah, thank you for month number 63. Hello, welcome in. Big nod ahead. Yes. Recruit murder? I think it's murder. I would be surprised if it's not murder. Amy, hello, welcome in. Kellyanne, what's up? Lori, Devi, Jess, Tall Skinny Ben, welcome. Chrissy, Tara Teeth, Russ with the big raid. Thank you so much, Russ. Welcome in. Pirate Crew, Christian, Honda Man, Dan, Chrissy, Steph, Haxwood, Vinyl. We got Sally in the building. Tay Hufflepuff, Dana. Repeated, a lot of streamers in this chat. Repeated respawning. Christian Mingle, what's up? Laura, hello. Tonight they murder Tara Kristen, and if they recruit Mark Ballas, I still think Eric is my candidate for being murdered. Jen, thank you for the 11 months. Welcome in. Ready for murder. Hello. Valencia, welcome in. Soja with a 40 stream streak. Thanks so much, Soja. Hacks with thing on month number 25. Appreciate you. Thank you. English a muffin. Hello. Red Wings, what's good? Musketeer in the building. We got Thomas in the building. Woolly Art, hello, welcome in. Jackie, what's good? Jenna Lee, thank you for the 21 months. Appreciate the prime. Thank you so much for using your one prime here on me. Lizard says, I think recruit. If it's recruit, I'm very curious who goes, who decides who goes there. Angel, Lisa, and everything. Thank you so much, AJ. It was short but sweet, I would say. Mark Bass has been doing hilarious, enjoyable TikToks regarding the Traitors. Absolutely has been. I think Mark might be one of our end gamers. I'm not going to lie to you. Do you see this for our 50 special edition TV guide? Our Rob is part of what seems to be on the inside cover. Can you link that? I had no idea, Jill. Des Swifty, hello, welcome and excited for tonight. Love to hear it. Thundercast is up. Facebook memory from this week, 15 years ago. That was a status update in which I wrote, I'm not going anywhere unless it's on Johnny Weir's back. It must have been a cold NYC winter that year. And look at us now watching Johnny Weir. Full circle. I'm thinking Dagger is used tonight. I could see that. Thursday's my favorite day right now. Hell yeah, Squid. Johnny could get recruited. Depends on if Colton feels good about that or not. Sorry, Colton. Rob feels good about that or not. Jill send me a link. Let's see. Oh, hell yeah. Look at him in the top left. I almost missed him. Oh, that's sick. USA, Peacock dropped a new commercial during the Olympics that only featured Tara and Johnny. That does not surprise me. At all. At all, chat. It'd be interesting if Steven gets recruited. Then if he gets banished, Rob could be in a better position because they shouldn't be so... Yeah, then they might look at women again. I think right now, with having two Traitors have been women, I think they might start being like, okay, but isn't there a man gonna be there? Let's start looking at that. I think getting a man out could also make them pivot from him. I don't hate that as a strat for him. And we're already very close to the episode time coming on, so I might turn off this light. I have a bit of a headache, chat. So I might do so. My sleep schedule's in the bin right now. It's actually so bad. I predicted the big spike in screen time for Johnny and Tara this week. I think that was the reason why I predicted Johnny was going to end up being a traitor, was because I thought they'd want to promote the Olympics but it would not surprise me if we go all in this week. Are we done with bingo for the season? I wanted to come in and do bingo today, respawning, but then I joined late. So now it's like we have 20 minutes before now and when the episode's practically coming on. I'd rather just talk to y'all for the 20 minutes. It would be great for Candace for metagame with folks to bring sus on the possibility of a male trader, particularly Rob. Yeah, that's what I'm going to look for now. Is this episode, I'm looking up for a couple of things. Number one, what goes on in that turret and how they both feel coming out of the turret. Number two, the seed planting process for both of them on trying to throw each other under the bus. I fully at this point expect both of them to try and like get the other one banished, which is going to be only good for the faithful that are remaining in the game. So we'll see how that goes. Bingo so from what I never win. Honestly, bingo with Big Brother, I feel like I've won a lot. With Traitors, it's been a lot harder for me to lock it in. Anybody do the idol hunt? Yeah, tell me, chat, if you've gone to the idol hunt, what has your experience been with that? Jesse, welcome in. Minnie, what's good? Hello, hello. That cootie color is nice. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's a little lighter blue, potentially. What mission do you think we'll see tonight? I have to think about it, R-Dub's wife. With regards to the UK and what we haven't seen yet, it's tough. Because already I've forgotten a lot of the missions that happened. I'm still salty that Candace put a throwaway vote on Rob. They both could have been under the radar together. I don't think Bunch of Crunch. I think the problem is that Candace does not trust that Rob won't do the same thing to her that he did to Lisa, right? And I think that had he not taken full control of the push, I don't think Candace feels as concerned about him as she does now. Because now it's like, well, there were 5 people that voted Lisa. You voted Lisa. Like, you can get maybe sweet talk your way out of it. I just don't think she thought they could work together at all after his actions, which I can't blame her for. Crochet Princess, welcome in for month number 23. Appreciate you. Hello, hello. I have to be up at 6 a.m. Yeah, see, I could not do that. The strip poker mission? What are you talking about? Are you going to do the Minnesota Idol? We'll see, Kenzie. We'll see. I doubt we get a Survivor LM at the Arkansas Idol event. If we do, it'll be some ass like Jeff Varner. Ain't no way they put Jeff Varner in that spot. Would they? No shot. No shot. The Minnesota clue is way too easy. It really is. I think before the clue, you could assume it was going to be in Mall of America. Like, even before the clue, I was like, it's not outside, is it? So where would it be? Yeah, it's going to be hella busy, I think. More good. Let's go. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I'm excited to see, like I said, I think a lot will be decided by tonight's episode. A lot. In Ohio, it was 2.5, 3 hours line in the cold, but it was fun being with other Survivor fans. That's always a good time. You have 2 weeks until the Connecticut Idol. Oh, yeah. See, I wish I was there for Connecticut's Idol. I feel like that would have been the easier one. Man, if I was a Colton boot, we would be very here for that. Very here. I think by the end of tonight, we can comfortably, obviously always an asterisk with that, but I feel like after tonight, I'll have a better idea of who I think is going to win the whole thing. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to just fix that light real quick. I throw tomatoes whenever he comes on the screen. Valid. Valid. And now he's going to end up going after... If he pushes Steven, that'll be very comical to me. But will he go after Candace? That's the question. Is the duck in the corner still? The duck is still wedged in the shelf down there. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. We had 2 episodes tonight? No. 1 episode, Cheese Pizza Chew. Also, great name. Of course, Lori, if at any point there's like lights or anything that's irritating on screen, you just let me know. Aside from me, if you say I'm irritating on the screen, then you're in the wrong stream. Just wrong stream altogether. Michigan is 5 hours from me. Grand Rapids. Rachel 47. 5 hours. Would you do a 5-hour drive and then wait to? Because it sounds like there's a lot of lining up for this idle thing. My note taker during the podcast episode to prepare. Bunch of crunch. So typically with shows that I cover that are not the Traitors, I take notes. And I would have taken notes for this if I wasn't watching it live. If I'm watching it live, I'm present in trying to watch it. There's no time to pause. There's no time to like, it's like I got to focus on talking to y'all and watch. Those are my two things I'm juggling. I can't do the third, which is then notes. But because we record right after, it's all fresh in my mind, so I don't need the notes, if that makes sense. So. Did I watch the Grammys to look at the results? Yes. Nothing that really surprised me there, to be honest, that I can think of. I'm just so tapped out of stuff like this at this point, the award season, that I don't know. I'm like, oh, was this a robbery? I couldn't tell you. Can someone help me understand why some states say clue 2 of 6, but some say 1 of 16? Or 2 of 16, 1 of 16? I have no idea. I stood in line for 2 hours at the Michigan one. So cold. Oh my God. If you end up being on Traitors, would you ask to be a faithful traitor? What did Morgan say? I'd let Alan decide. I'd be down for either. Did you ever watch Traitors UK on Cloak? There was a big duck in the background that reminded me of viewers every time I saw it. Fun fact, they asked me if it was cool to copy me, and I said, absolutely, go ahead, do it. Why not? Just kidding. I was excited for Survivor 50, but after interviews, I absolutely am. Say what you will about the cast choices, but they're all hungry to play again. Can I just say, that's not a surprising thing to me. I feel like we were definitely, the emotions were raw when it first happened. When we first got word that this was the cast, I feel like a lot of people were like, nah, fuck this, man. I'm not into this. They ruined everything. They could have cast better. But I think it was always inevitable that, like, yes, the 24 people here, some of them were like, ugh, them again. But, like, they're there for a reason. We enjoyed them at one point, So it doesn't surprise me all that much. And that's coming from somebody who also has been kind of like, apathetic is maybe not the word, because like I was always going to watch it when it comes on, but I was like, not like, oh my God, only one more month before Survivor 50. Oh my God, only 10 more sleeps. Like I haven't had that mentality with it, but the videos have been delivering. The excitement has been there. So I am enjoying that quite a bit. With the interviews and stuff. I think we're going to have a good time when it drops. Plus it'll be the only thing we have, because well, that's not true at all, is it? We'll have House of Villains also. All right, let me keep up with you, chat. What time are the episodes starting? Are we starting? Typically, we've done 8:45 every week so far, Lizard. Clip Scott Rob says Buckeye. Is it Big Brother season yet? Nah, yeah, it's not. We got a ways to go. My question is, why is everyone so in love with Coach? Because he's a meme, Kenzie. This is like, Coach is like if out of nowhere we had I'm trying to pick a meme that we didn't end up souring on, because my immediate instinct was to say like the Hawk Tuah girl, but I'm like, but people are sick of her. So who is a meme that has always been a meme that when you see, you be like, oh, that's the meme right there. Who is that person? Because that's really what it is. And AU Survivor. Absolutely, Lex. You're right. You and Annabelle have made the season for me. Oh, thank you, Valley Cat. Thank you so much. We have a good time with talking to the Traitors. I think Annabelle's easily the number one person I like talking Traitors with. After Liana, of course. Yeah, no, we definitely, I feel like Annabelle's one of the only people that I podcast with whom I feel like if she disagrees with me, not only will she tell me she disagrees, she'll also tell me why, and she'll change my mind often. Are we doing a bingo card? Not tonight, Sass, just because I started very late, and at this point, we're way too close to the episode to be done. I don't want to like be against time there, if that makes sense. She really is, Valley. Who are fun people to keep around? Why doesn't everyone want to be Cerie's friend? Why is Mike White the only one who gets how amazing a win it'd be? I want to believe. I think it's because they're all looking at it selfishly. You got to look out for number one. And you got to know that Suri's a threat, because how often does Suri not make it to endgame of these shows? Chaos Girl with the house burning in the background? Yes. That's a good meme. Like the chocolate rain guy, that's a good meme. Like there's a lot of memes out there. My spouse asked me who Mike White is, and I said he made the Minions movie. Is that true? That's not true. I don't think he worked on the Minions. You're talking about the Emoji movie. But also, why not lead with White Lotus? Dumb Survivor 50 question. Did they already play, or is it recording real time? Not a dumb question. Yeah, no, they record ahead of time. Cheese. Every Survivor season is recorded ahead of time. He wrote Minions 4? Oh, what the fuck? I didn't know this. Well, your slander was indirectly correct, Sass. Who found the Cincinnati Idol? Don't know. A Suri win with Feed Generation Survivor might just last till 100 if that happens. If Suri wins, that honestly to me feels like the perfect ending to the first 50 seasons of Survivor. Then you truly got to start from scratch from 51. Because how do you bookend it better than Suri Fields winning it on her 5th try? 5th Survivor, US, 6 overall Survivor. New episodes drop for you. Ingrid, sounds good. Just a heads up, Ingrid. We won't be starting it here for another 12 minutes. So if you end up choosing to watch ahead, go ahead. But please do not spoil any outcomes. You all will see a little, you will see this on the screen, and this will have a timer attached to it, like such, which will indicate that we are currently watching and what timestamp we're on. That way you're not you'll know when, and you're not out of sync. You won't promise? I absolutely did not doubt you, Ingrid. Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, that's a hopping off to watch the episode. If Colton goes, let it be known I called it. Sounds good, Sass. Has Mike seen the JC meme? I don't know. I still haven't watched Suri on regular Survivor, just Traitors and Big Brother. That's a very interesting outlook to then go into 50 and watch her. I'm assuming you're watching 50, Jinx, to see her play Survivor. Right, respawning. I wasn't getting up early and going out in the cold. What is it between Suri and Carolyn? So, to my understanding, what I saw was when the Survivor selection was happening and Carolyn got cut from the 50 contention, she said something shady along the lines of they got to make room for the grannies. And I think Suri took that personally. And by that, I mean, like, she was like, relax, calm down. So, yeah. And I think for Suri, it's like, yeah, well, if it was a show reason, then why did I get to do a show and then get to come on? Because I'm Suri goddamn Fields. That's why. That's how it came off to me. Who was your favorite exit interview so far? Don't say Rob. Rob, we never did an exit interview technically. It was a deep dive. So, of my exits so far, let's think through them, shall we? I did the Caroline interview. We did Tiffany. We did who left that week also? There were 4 boots that week. I was not there for the Michael Rappaport interview. Caroline, Tiffany. Caroline, Tiffany, and then there was one other person whose name is evading me from that week. Then we had Jam Jam and Lisa Rinna this week, and then the week prior to that. Really, my mind shouldn't be playing tricks on me like this, surely. Let's see. RHAP interview. You know what? Maybe it was the Ron Funches one for me. Although Monet Exchange was also good. Thundercast, thank you with the prime. So welcome back in for for 8 months. I was about to say episode number 8, but 8 months and episode 8 tonight. How can you forget Ron Funches? I'm not. My mind was a little foggy, chat. But no, we've had some good interviews. We've had some that I'm just like they didn't end up going further. I wanted more time. Monet is one of them. I feel like Monet, if I had 5 more minutes with Monet, I feel like we could have gotten a lot more answers out also. So yeah. All right, let me see if I've got the episode because I surely already have gotten it as well. Yes, interesting. Oh, well, don't read the description for the episode if you do not want to know certain stuff. I have the ad-free version, so when we watch it here, we do not get interruptions. No ads, no problems. Here. You should do more medium dives. I would love to. I got to talk to Rob and see if that's something he can get clearance for us to do. Because a medium dive would be like, what, 30 minutes? Maybe an hour. Money, there's a lot of podcasts. Invite her back to RSU for a deep dive. I would love that. Ron having an arcade version of Miss Pac-Man sealed my fandom. I haven't seen him on Twitch since that one night we raided him either. All right. If you're in the Discord already, you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to work. Meaning, get ready to watch the episode in there. I'm about to start it up. Also, I quickly want to talk about, because I know this is going to come up tomorrow on the pad, probably. And I know a lot of people are going to be asking about this. I've seen this circulating article about an insider giving up names for a potential all-star season of the Traitors that is being in the works. And I feel like what needs to be clear is that the article is from The Sun. The Sun is not exactly the most reputable source out there. So I would never trust it. Also, big, weird energy to even say Ari is part of that article. That to me was enough to be like, I'm debunking this. The rest of the picks are very like chalk easy picks. So all right, let me just find this. Sometimes finding the stage is a fucking tough time for me. All right, there we go. We're set. Fractal, welcome and hello, hello. Where's the Discord link? If you are subscribed, you should be able to connect your Discord and your Twitch, and you should be able to gain access. I only have it set up this way so that we don't get randoms or haters coming into the stream and causing a ruckus with the community, which I've seen happen firsthand with other people in my orbit, my other friends. Loki Ron Punches changed my life because he was on Traitors. His stand-up about his son is so relatable. I love to hear that, Jinx. Is the interest on the cast members or more so Peacock? I would say both, Shaz. I think the combination of the cast members have to be willing to do press, and have an availability, and then the Peacock would have to, greenlight us talking to people. And I'm assuming they would want to see what we're saying in the interviews before we put them out, if that makes sense. Fun just seems to be doing sets. Maybe he's getting bookings. He is. He's doing a tour right now. It's called the Faithful Tour. Anything said it's questionable? I'm saying. Gabby was on that list, which I was like, that's a good list. So he's getting murdered if she ever returns as faithful. I wouldn't even say I fully trust that. I feel like they would just, I feel like if the meta might be, hey, they've been a traitor before, let's keep them in because people will just assume they're a traitor again. Again, it would still be it could go either way. Annie Kush with the tier 1. Thank you so much, Annie. Appreciate it. Wonder if they'd bring Andy back. They were gullible, but still interesting to me. Not sure what the general consensus is, though. If they're bringing 2 people back from season 1, let's say, or 3, it would be Suri, Rachel, and Kate. I think there's still, even after that, there's still like a couple more people I would pick before I would bring Andy back. Hey, first time chat, Andy. Thank you so much. All right, chat. It's 7:42. We're about to get to premiere time. Lock in. Get ready. Because we will be watching this episode together today. I liked Andy. I fear their moment was getting their heart ripped out, though. Exactly. Bring back Geraldine. Is that the one who got removed from the game for, was it COVID purposes? My mind said going into an All-Star season, one of them would have to be a repeat trader. I would assume so. That was Amanda. Okay. Geraldine, I feel like, was one of the OG. Everyone got her name spelled wrong. Is that correct? And she had a lot of suspicion on her early doors. Is that who I'm thinking of? Chrissy from Big Brother. What? No. There was another person on Traitors also. Do you skip the recap? No. I just press start. I press play. And that's it. We watch through everything else until the episode's done. She was the first one out? Okay. No one could spell Geraldine? Yes. That I remember. All right. Let's turn off the music because we're about to not need it. Let's set this up. And let's see. It's 7:44 and 30 seconds. Chat, run to the bathroom, get your snacks. But yeah. No, that was Christy from, she was the alternate for 23. No, she was the main for 23 and then couldn't do 23, right? That's when we got Claire. She let the dogs out. I'm ready to go. Hell yeah. All right, chat. Let's get ready because we are about to start real soon. I have my timer ready and I have the episode here. I will not read you the episode title in case you do not want to be spoiled on the episode title, but all right. Pressing play now. All right. Discord, let me know what your audio situation is. And we're there. I'm going to turn off this light. I don't need all this light on. I can't do too much of that. You can line it up based on this, Amy. Because I don't want to get hit with a copyright if you hear my audio. Actually, you know what? If I do it real quick. There you go. I'm in that part of the recap. Annie, contact one of the mods. They should be able to help you out with that. Because I did see you just subscribe, so I know you should be able to get in there. Where the fuck are we gonna go now? You got you, Amy. All right, yeah, they're just taking off their cloaks, and here we go. All right, here we go. Let's see what the fuck happens this episode. Also, it feels a lot nice without the full costume on here. Is she gonna internalize it? Oh, I love this. Oh yeah, they don't give a fuck. Yeah. Yeah, this turret is in shambles now, chat. Here comes Alan to tell them they can seduce if they'd like. Palpable. They're not. There's no shot. There's no shot. I mean, listen, does Rob want to keep her safe? I don't know. We'll see. See? Smart. That's smart. And I think Rob feels the same way. What? The problem is, if Steven goes, Colton's going to start pushing Candace. But she doesn't know that. Oh. Oh. Yo, is he really gonna let Natalie die because he doesn't want Colton to die? Yo, saying it's up to you, but not letting her kill Colton's so funny to me. Okay, just that comment. It's no ways Colton. If Coletti goes, that's actually pretty good for Candace. Because he's a number 4 Rob, how we looked at it. But also, the worry is Colton. Oh, we're doing chess analogies. I think on the other hand, though, Colton was going to look at Steven. So if Steven does leave, it somehow benefits both of them. It's weird to explain. Because I think Colton would start looking Candace, maybe. We'll see. It's funny to me because they're both clearly trying to make it look like the other is having control and the say. All right, so Eric's still here. Hello, glasses. Okay, he's gonna die. It is not even 8 p.m. here. Okay, relax. You go to bed. It's 2 a.m. for you. Dorinda. Yo, with all love and truth, Dorinda's been a flop this season. No problem. Have a good night. Snorinda's mean. Yeah. Dorinda's just like inoffensive, which to me is not why you bring people back. Like, you want to feel something seeing that person. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Yo. Is Candace just gonna leave? Johnny defense. Yes. Yes. Yes, Kristen. Yeah. Okay, y'all, we can do this. We can do this tonight. Make this be the best night of the season. Do it. Here comes Mr. Ballas, Candace, both in the building. If they kill Colton, that would be so funny. Ooh. Mora versus the Housewives. A final two of Mora and Rob would be iconic because I just don't know how Mora's reaction would give us everything. Are you gasping like that if Stephen Coletti's the one gone from that group? Surely not, right? Surely not. Oh, Coletti's there. Rob's there. Shit, oh my God! Oh my God, they got him! Oh! Oh! Oh, delicious! Wow! That's very smart of Rob to be like, hey, this is I'm giving you something, but also, was this a good move? I mean, you hard pushed the traitor publicly, made a spectacle of yourself. You're one to talk about sloppy gameplay. Yeah, no one's ever in a billion years going to think Rob did that either. Well, the sad thing for Candace, the Colton's already floated your name, but not a lot of people heard it. So now the next loudest faithful is who? Johnny? That's good for Candace. Mark Twain. He could make that work. He'd have to push it, but I don't think he's opposed to doing so. This is the main thing I love about the traders is the amount of people that you realize are a lot more capable than the show they come from or the stereotype the show that they come from is. Oh, I love this mission if it's the one I'm thinking of. He went out the least big and bold one can. Getting murdered in the middle of the night is not the big and bold exit you think it is. There is no way. If she flips this on Rob somehow, I would be very impressed. Oh my god, imagine. Are we really gonna have a Stephen Coletti banishment tonight? Okay. Stephen Kalady likes numbers, y'all. Holy shit. Are we actually going to have Candace leave? Come on, Natalie seemed accepting of that. Okay, are they both going to just push each other now? Oh God, we really went traitor on traitor immediately. The problem is Candace wants to start moving the needle. Rob has already moved the troops towards Candace. So there's not like she needs to work a lot faster than I think she is. Like breadcrumbing is not the move anymore. I am so curious how this is going to go. It really is. This is what I always say. Like the minute the traders want to cannibalize, the faithful suddenly have more information than they had before. I love this mission. The gaslighting side drop, yes. I love this mission. If Rob wins the Shield tonight, that would be huge also, because that could further clear Rob. Because then he can recruit. I guess if Candace doesn't leave, it's different. Because then usually when there's one left, they make the murder anyway. I was thinking of along the lines of if there wasn't a murder, he could be like, well, they tried to kill me, and that further clears him. But Da Vinci. Exactly. I feel like once you see three traders leave, you're like, all right, there's going to be a recruitment murder combo. If I'm Rob, I pull in Mora, and if I can recruit, I would not do that. I would pull in Natalie, because then keeping Mora as an option to win solo is good for him. Because if he gets to the final three with Mora and Natalie, guess who he can keep in? Guess who won't vote him? Mora. And Natalie's someone who they're suspecting. But I also think he should bring in a man to get a man out as well. Because if they get through three women out, they're going to assume a fourth. If there's a fourth, there's a man. You know what I mean? That's usually how the meta goes for them. They never think it's one group, one subset. All right, this is gonna be fun. Candace, Tara, like the votes are gonna be interesting tonight. But fucking Rob has the dagger also. But also Rob pushing two traitors out back to back is not a good look for him. But I just think no one thinks he's a traitor. This is gonna be fascinating. Oh my god. This is so ridiculous. Oh no. That's right, right? That should be right. What do you mean Johnny is giving horse? What's funny is also like they didn't clock that she clearly gave her coat to Johnny. No one noticed that. Okay, Kristen. Love that. She's not going anywhere. Kristen, Tara, Johnny. The problem is Eric is looking at Candace. I'm just trying to do the vote still. Oh my god. All right, they got this one wrong. Who milks a horse? Hello. What? What are they gonna be like? Oh, Candace looks natural as a traitor. Like this is ridiculous. What is this photo? Rob, please stop trying to play charades. Please, you're so bad at this. She trying to be an ostrich. It is that. Oh my god. They had it. Thank God for the other team because they're nailing it. Yeah, they nailed it. The thing is, the other team isn't doing bad. I just think that they're not making sense to them. That was also the easiest one to make so far, I think. What the fuck is a pig's head? Okay, thank you. Bro, Rob Roush might be the best trader we've had since Suri. Probably the worst charades player of all time. Oh, there's a pig's head portrait, that's why. All right, I take back some of the stuff I said. They got it. Yeah. But it's okay. Dorinda got called a cow, so you're fine. I mean, don't say anything and keep it secret. You're all safe, right? Like, that's the move. And I'm Pooyaism. Nailed it. I don't think that's going to be brought up at all. The cow thing. There we go. Mark is now throwing in. Gotta be a man. That's so funny. They can't picture Lisa strategizing. You're never gonna picture Rob strategizing, and he's doing it the most. His death wasn't in vain. His death prevents you from dying. Also, ow, my thumb. The problem is Candace has to now what full sell Rob because they're going Steven. All right. Wow. That putting sus on Steven is very funny to me. If Steven survives the night, he should 100% be the recruit subject. 100%. 100% that should come back to be the case. If they go Steven and they're wrong, do they then go Candace next anyway? That's the question. Ooh, that's not gonna help, Candace. Oh God. Oh, the trade on trader Bruce. Get there, Steven. Holy shit. There we go. Steven, shut up. What are you doing? The problem is like Steven's the last person you should be having run this gambit. What the fuck is happening? This is gonna be a messy fucking roundtable. Yeah, you don't need to. That's why. Uh-oh. Yeah, why'd you let me kill him? Oh, this is so fun. This is so fun. I hope both survive the night. That would make it even more fun. I called it. This is juicier than the banquet. Ooh, different values. Interesting. Ooh. Dun 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 dun. Ba-bum. See, this is different to me than the Dan Giesling thing. Why? Phaedra didn't throw Dan's name out there at any point for Dan to throw her out there. So to me, it's very different. It's also different because Dan did it only at the round table, whereas we've seen Candace try and float the name out earlier on. It just doesn't feel like Rob's going anywhere. This is bad for both of them for sure. Keep her alive then. I don't love Alan's hair here. Just gonna put that out there. Exactly, Amy. That's a good point. Also, Candace correctly clocked that her name is being pushed by Rob. Like, Rob definitely has had a hand in Candace's name blowing up to the level it is, you know? So it's fair game for her to do the same thing. All right, who's going to get the first word in? Oh, water. Don't drink water around me, fam. I will know you're guilty. They'll never learn, do they? The Johnny? Yeah. She's going to bring up the mission with Lisa. I am messing with this look from Eric. I think Candace is out tonight. I just don't see her getting away from this unless Steven somehow puts himself in a corner. The question is, will Rob use his dagger tonight or not? It's not come up at all, so. Where he's going to pull out the dagger from his pocket? Like, it's a pretty big fucking dagger. I feel like we would have seen it by now. Oh, dear Lord. Here comes Eric. The traitors always drink water. Never call it a throwaway vote. It cheapens the entire process for everybody there, and they will take offense to it. Oh shit. All right. Bye, Candace. Oh. Okay. I mean, if Rob plays the I don't know what you're talking about, that's good enough. I think he'll be fine. What are you gonna ask? Oh, I mean, bringing up Trader vs. Trader could be fun, but oh, water. That's kind of a good point, but again, it's gonna be a hard sell. He's not going anywhere. She's probably gonna vote Rob again anyway, but I think Candace is done here. She has to push hard now. This has been the best. This has been so fun. This is why people love the um trader on trader drama because it delivers when it's going down. I don't think she's getting the votes on Rob here. I don't know if the Steven votes are like separated and shit. I still think Candace is leaving here probably. Rob Roush is not leaving. I'll say that much. If Candace stays, this will be such a fun next episode also. If she leaves, the game starts becoming can Rob fight the hard act he got here? The problem is you didn't speak to them beforehand. You're hoping that they're going to jump on this Rob vote with you at the round table, which I never think works like that. If that's Candace for you, then why the fuck would you vote Candace? Like, that is a poor argument to say. We'll see. We'll see. First Candace vote here. Easy. Candace. That's true, Mandy. You can't tell people that. The thing is, you can vote Steven and be like, well, I thought Steven based on the stuff we had said. So you don't need to confess. Yeah, he's voting Candace. The way he looked at her, that's a Candace vote if I've ever seen it. Yeah, it's GG's. GG's. Man, this dude is throwing back that water. It's interesting. Not voting for a housewife is the sus thing now. But also, again, saying you're doing a throwaway at the final 12 is sketchy as fuck. So, who is the recruit? Steven. I think he recruits Steven. They murder Steven. They banish Steven next. She shouldn't have called it a throwaway vote last night. It'll be interesting how they take her being a traitor when Rob is the one she last voted for twice. I don't think she's going to say anything after the fact. I think what she had said was, I'm going to say my shit. If she does a parting gift after she gets up, I'm not about that life at all. You're not wrong, but it's fine. Mora being a traitor would be my favorite timeline if they work together. I just feel like surely Rob recognizes that a man needs to go out as a traitor now. See, I don't think it's just a straight shot. Surely they sus Rob at some point for all the stuff that was put out there. Wow. I was hoping the Trader on Trader would last a lot longer than just one episode. This is gonna get very interesting. I think it's a fun ending regardless, because either Rob now plays the clutchest game he needs to get to the end and win, or all of that conversation makes them realize that, hey, Rob knows a little too much. How did he get 2 good picks in a row? So Kristen Kish ain't going nowhere. I love that he recognizes that also. Oh my God. So not only did no one connect the dots on Rob, but instead we're looking at Johnny. Oh. Yo, it's over. It's over. It's over. Wow. Shady. Okay. Eric. Oh, he's okay. Eric. No women considered because 3 women went out, Canna Biscuits. It doesn't make sense for him to go to recruit a woman unless he wants them to win over him, if that makes sense. Please, just like you knew who someone... He thinks it's Johnny. Okay, just like when he knew someone's laugh. Well, you have no choice. You're gonna die if you don't. You have no choice. This is a fun mission also. All right, so Mark Ballas will not die, and neither will Kristen, obviously. What the fuck is this? All right. All right. Very fun time was had by all. That was great. I am pumped. I think that was the best episode of the season, in my opinion. The Trader on Trader was very fun. It is so refreshing to see a player like Rob talk through all of his strats and like have really good insight to the game and his navigation. So good. So good. And Colton went out. Like, we really started this episode on a high. While I do feel sad about losing Candace, I do think that she kind of put herself in a tough spot. The combination, oh yeah, I should probably stop the episode counter. The combination of calling it a throwaway vote and not voting for the traitor, and also not really pushing the name that was already out and trying to make a new name happen when that name has 0 sus on it, it's never gonna work. I think that the thing with the Dan, like, you know, I think a lot of people are going to compare this to Dan also, which I don't agree with. I think that was very different. Probably we're going to talk about it on the pod, but I think that it was similar situation with Dan. The issue was that you are about to throw a name out that has had no evidence built on it, so it's probably not going to work. So don't bother, you know, like, look in another avenue. But I think she was a very fun trader all the way to the lead up, and I think that's what really matters ultimately. I still think this was a very fun, very strong turret. I think that I still maintain my feeling of, if you would like to, it was more like Kevin Jacobs. Oh, absolutely disagree with you there also. That was very different as well to me. But a 0 sus name should equal trade on trade violence, right? Especially if they put the name out twice. I think they're all saying it like they're all. It's like, you know, when you play that game, I think it's called Incoherent, where the words are spelled differently, and then you're supposed to read it out loud, sound it out, and then you figure out what the word actually is. I think that is something that I could compare to this, where it's like they all said out loud, yeah, I thought it was weird that you called it a throwaway vote and now you're suspicious of him today. and you were a traitor, it's almost like you'd be stupid to just throw a random name out there as a throwaway and then double down on that name the next day. You know, like, it hasn't clocked for them yet, and I don't think it might not clock for them just because of Rob. I think Rob has done a great job of being low-key and being inoffensive, and it was masterful to let her kill Colton. I think people need to realize how great that move was. By letting Colton die, she took out one of the loudest people in the room who was also going to get votes. It completely exonerates Rob from contention to a certain degree. And it allowed the words of Colton to matter into looking at Candace even more. Like, that was great. I need Rob on more game shows. The problem is now you can't unsee what we've seen. Meaning, Rob is now in a position where you are never going to be able to hide under the radar the way he has right now. That's the problem. Is Rob the best trader of all time? I still think there are better traders, probably. Also, we haven't seen the game end yet. But I think that there are traders that have had the whole package before. Rob is one of those traders. He truly has the whole package. The relationships on point, strategic thinking on point, handling stressful situations on point. He is on point, and I think that's really what you're looking for in a trader. I think he's good. I think Canada has a couple of huge candidates for me in that conversation. The UK now has at least 2 for me that are in conversation, maybe even 3. The US has 3. It'll be a fun conversation. But if before we said we thought Rob Rush was going to blow up from this, I think it even more now. He's already probably booked for Dancing with the Stars. Like, it would be surprising if he wasn't. I think Rob is about to see, like, the whole world is going to be back in this guy. And this is not bad for us. I think it puts more eyes on the show. I think it's going to put more eyes on the show. Really do. The full package relative to who they are playing with. I think his success is linked to how unsuccessful the faithful are. Well, absolutely. But then also I think that, we would have to say the same thing for Suri, who had a cast that was half newbie, who definitely were very new to this, a show that had not fully had an identity yet, meaning a lot of people didn't know how to necessarily play it. And then having some allies built into the makeup of the cast, I think also helped a little bit there. But I think that still, like, pulling the gambit, like, I think that even if the cast is unsuccessful, I think the ability to whittle down the numbers from 24 to 2 is impressive because the walls keep caving in. I think that's the tough part. Like, it's just, I'm like, even if you played the best game of anything, getting to the end is so fucking hard in these things, I feel like. Even if it looks easy, I'm like, there's no way it's easy all the way, So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting because I want to know now so we have Mora as his main ally, probably. I think he has Natalie in his pocket to a degree as well. That's 2. He has the dagger. He has himself. So that's what? 4? That's 4 votes already he has for himself. And we are down to what? The final 9 as of right now? I mean, Eric, assuming Eric's not going to push his name now, because it sounds like he wants to ride with Eric a little bit before he shoots him out. Mark, he has Mark. This is true. Yeah. That dagger 6 also still being intact is a great spot for him. Or not intact. They lost Colton, but. And I think there's probably still going to. Yeah. Okay. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're going to go down to 9 starting next episode. He's getting to the end. Just will they vote him out at the fire? If he gets to the fire with Natalie and Mora, I think he's won the game. So we'll see if he can bring them to the end. So he also have the benefit of some normies to persuade and not all celebs. Right. Do I quite believe Suri's success was inextricably linked to how bad Quinted? Oh my God, Quinted. I still celebrated because Suri was overdue for a win. Hell yes, Thundercats. We are not invalidating that win whatsoever. Like, I think that you put Suri in with puts her in an all-star season, she still runs the gambit similarly. You know what I mean? Like, that's how much I can believe in Suri. I feel like Dorinda got this unless she gets murdered. I feel like this makes her even less suspicious because all the housewife turn wouldn't happen. I mean, Rob did float that idea out. He could be like, what do you think of that? But I think Dorinda is so inoffensive for him, so not on his radar. His life is fine. 3 weeks, 4 episodes to go. We're almost done. Isn't this sad? Are Rob and Eric still able to recruit a third if they wanted to next episode? No. They will not let the numbers go back up to 3 at this point, I don't think. Will they? I'm trying to think. Have they had that option before? When would the closest situation have been where a trader went from 1 to 3? I don't think I've ever remember a time where we've gone from 1 to 3. In New Zealand too, we went from 1 trader to 3? Shit, you know what? We did. No, did we? We probably, I'm going to trust you that we did. 1 instance though, so maybe, but I don't think they're gonna push it up to 3. I won't be mad at a Rob win, even though he took our Candace and she was my favorite trader. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Even Candace in the confessional says, I hope I put enough information out there for the faithful to catch him, but if they don't, it is what it is. I'll be mad at a Rob win. He's playing the game. I'm still salty. All the gamers are gone. I mean, they're not. Rob Roush is a gamer at this point. And Natalie's still there technically. Sweet May's got it wrapped. Right. But again, there's still plenty of game to go, chat. There's still plenty of game to go. There's still plenty of names out there. At some point, literally the problem is that at any given point, one person could be like, isn't it weird that Candace voted for Rob and was a traitor? I guess that is weird. And we said Candace played a masterful game. So was that a calculated vote? Because the throwaway doesn't make sense for Candace. You know, like they could easily piece it together. It's just, will they? Or will their mind be too occupied thinking of the Stevens of the world, thinking of Johnny? Who's to say? Who knows? If I'm any woman left in the game, by the way, as of right now, I'm like, okay, as long as I get shields, I'm safe. I think I have a road to the end because you ain't getting banished, fam. Like if we see, like, I mean, numbers have to dwindle still a little bit more, so you could, but after seeing 3 women revealed as traitors, I gotta feel like I have to surely just get myself the shield. I had to leave for a bit earlier. Is there a pod tonight? There is. I have to jump in a second anyway to do that. I don't like any faithfuls acting like someone they like could possibly be a traitor. That's ludicrous. Right. It's ridiculous. And then being like, oh my God, why am I here? Because they're keeping you safe. No, shut up. Vote them later. Like if Johnny and Tara had kept Candace to the end and cut her, they would have won. I think the problem is I don't think Johnny would want to do that either. So my pod question is under Game Changers. Hope you see. Sounds good. Osu, sounds good. All right. These faithfuls are slow, but the faithfuls operate when they get good information, they can start cooking. And getting information from the traders is the most accurate information you can get. So we'll see. I can't believe Natalie voted Tara tonight. I like to see recruits though, so I'm happy with the result. And we'll see. Rob links too strong for a seed to be planted. Mora plus dagger. 6 is batting down Rob's name immediately. He's like, I'm telling you, he's right now, he's in his invincible era, but people might smarten up. Who knows? I think this is the level of adversity that we don't see many traders get themselves out of. I think right now it looks like he's got it. So as of right now, I would say he's winning. So yeah. So we'll see. All right. Chat, I gotta go. Because I need to be on the pod, obviously. So obviously, if you want to hear me talk more about all this stuff, you will very quickly. So yeah. I appreciate y'all. Much love to you all. And I will see you here tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern for the pad. AKA 24 hours from now. All right, chat. I appreciate you so much. I will see you soon. Take care. Have a good one.